So thank you for watching my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I do my hair. I posted another video recently showing how I do my makeup, and you will see the transformation. I look very different with my makeup versus without my makeup. But when I did that video, my hair was wet. This is the same day, and this is that same makeup that I did. Now, on my other video, I talked a little bit about tkmaxx, and tkmaxx, once you discover tkmaxx, I think you will shop there for life, because there are so many great things there. And what I discovered with tkmaxx is that you can buy professional grade shampoos there. So I washed my hair today with I think it was the TIGI bed head, and I use their I think it's for the color electric, I think it's called. It's in a gold bottle, and I use that. I use the shampoo and the conditioner, and I've had my hair in a turban for a while, although it is still quite wet actually. And then I use Kerastase, which I think is how you pronounce it. I'm still not sure, but this is elixir something. It's a word I can't pronounce. It's in French and it's very posh, but this is it. And again, I bought this. I think I got this from tkmaxx as well, and you buy this in the hairdressers and it probably costs you £25. tkmaxx, it probably cost you maybe £7 or £8, and I've had this for months and it's still a lot left. And the reason I was doing this video today is for those of you that that perhaps want to use curling tongs but haven't had the confidence to use them. And I've been using curling tongs pretty much all my life. And because my hair is naturally very frizzy and curly, but it's not quite curly enough, I couldn't just use a diffuser on my hair and there'd be enough curl that my hair would look nice. I find that I have to use heat in order to get a more defined curl, and in order to have a hairstyle that's really going to last me all day. Sometimes I use rollers, and sometimes if I haven't long had my hair cut and my hair is a bit shorter, sometimes I will use a metal brush and I will blow dry it myself. But I find for me the quickest way to deal with my hair is to just blow dry it roughly, and then to use the curling tongs. Otherwise, if I blow dry it myself, I'll be there probably for about an hour, and the curling tongs just cuts my hair routine. It cuts it in half really. So first thing to do is to rough dry it, and this is just a standard hairdryer from Babyliss. I've had this hairdryer for absolute years, and I literally just rough dry my hair. Sometimes I use the brush, but more often than not I don't even do that. I literally just rough dry it, and when you see it rough dried, don't be alarmed. You will laugh because you'll think, my goodness, she looks like Tina Turner on crack. But bear with me, I have a process. Still blow drying it. So this is it, freshly blow dried. Obviously it doesn't look like much now. I think if I use a diffuser I would get more of a defined curl, but my hair, I have lots of hair, but it's very, very thin and it's very, very frizzy. And even though I do look after my hair, it's always frizzy, no matter what I do. Even when I was very young, my hair was very, very frizzy. So the first thing I do is to clip it up. And just take the front section like that, and I sort of just grab it, and then my fringe, because I do wear a fringe, my fringe naturally just falls down, and I clip that part up. And I always start with my fringe, like so. And these are my tongs. They're from Babyliss. They're not too fat and they're not too thin. They're just your normal size curling tongs, and I have them on 165. I never have them on the real high heat. And then you just grab the hair, pull it down, and then roll the tongs towards your head, like so. Some people put their tongs in the wrong way around. You have to be careful of that. The opening bit goes on the top, and you just grab the cool end, drag it down towards the end, so the hair has disappeared, and then curl towards you, like so. And that's how I do my fringe. And just let it sit a few seconds. That's all you need. And then what I tend to do is I use a little Velcro roller and just pop that in, and then that keeps my fringe nice and curly. And then really it's just a case of taking your hair in sections. Now I curl my hair away from my face. Some people perhaps would like their hair more curled under, and in that case obviously you would take the tongs and curl underneath, which I can show you. But I like to have my hair away from my face. I have the curl direction being away from my face. So I just take a small section, open up the tongs, so that's like so, and just pull it down, just using one hand. Just pull it down until you get to the end, and you can kind of see it getting to the end, and then turn the tong towards your head again. And again, just leave it for a few seconds. There we go. And there are different ways of using the tongs. Some people grab the hair higher up towards your head, and that does give a slightly different curl. And there you have it. And sometimes while I'm going round, I will just put that hair that's very hot now, just put that in a roller and just keep that secure like that. And then it really is just a case of taking sections and repeating that process. Take your tongs. The opening bit goes on top. Slide the hair down. And then sometimes people make the mistake and twirl the tong that way. That's wrong. You twirl it towards the back of your head. And it is just a case of practice. And I've been using them for years, and after a while it will literally just become second nature to you. And there you have it. So it just creates such a lovely curl, and just let the hair sit there in that curl formation, and then as it cools you'll get a much stronger curl. And again, just take the next section here, and the opening bit is on top. Slide through to the end and just curl back towards the head, like so. So now I've done these two top sections. I did one here, and I'm just going to grab the hair underneath here now and just curl that. And again, that's the opening. So that goes, the opening goes on top of the hair. There we go, like that. And then just slide it and twist away from you. I hope all of this makes sense. And then just hold it for a few seconds, like so, and then just release it. And you can see you just have a really nice curl, and you can see the real difference. If you look at my hair, it goes from that to that just by adding that additional heat. And then just take another section and just drop it in, and sometimes bits will fall out, and that's fine, just go back and do those. And then you really don't need any more than about 5 or 10 seconds really. There you have it. And then the back, there's a little bit of a section from the back at the bottom of the hair at the back. Just take that and again slide through. There we go. And take the hair all the way to the end, and hold. And obviously I haven't got enough rollers, but if you wanted to, obviously you could just put your hair in rollers and just let your hair sit for a while, and you get a really strong bouncy curl then. I don't tend to do that because I don't want my hair to be too crazy bouncy curly. Maybe a bit more at the top, but at the bottom I like for it to be a bit looser and not so tight and bouncy. But certainly if you were maybe going to a wedding or going to a special occasion, then yes, I would say definitely use the curlers as well, because you get a much more defined look, and you'll have something that's going to last all day. There we go. Look at how smooth that is. And then I'm just going to take this top section down. Look at the difference. And then I'm just going to find my parting. There we go. I'm just going to clip. Just going to take this side section here. I'm just going to clip that out of the way for now. And I'm just going to take the top piece here at the back. I tend to do this top section first, and this is very long, this piece. And again, just take the tongs in, hold it, drag it up all the way to the end. So the hair, you want the hair right underneath the barrel, right underneath, and then twist away from you. Don't twist, don't make the mistake and go like that. You don't want it that way. You want it so it wraps neatly around the tongs. And again, just hold it in place for a few seconds. And then just grab the hair. And what I tend to do with the back is I put it in another roller, like so, and just secure it with a clip. There we go. And then really these sections at the top, it's really just a repeat of what I did on the lower sections. And I usually just split it into two sections. Take the back section like so. Take the tong, slide it through all the way to the end, and then twirl the tong back towards the head. And as you can see, I've had my highlights done recently. There we go. And you can just see how lovely that curl is there. It's just so nice. And then just take this last section, pop it in all the way to the end, and when I get to the front, it does get a bit trickier because the hair is a bit finer. Things do sometimes pop out. Let's move that out the way. There we go. And you can just keep going over it. You can even just grab those whole two sections like that and just put the tong in the whole section. And there we go, just wrap it round like that. There you have it. And then I'm going to just take I think there's a little section here at the back. I'm just going to do that section. I'm going to take this roller out, and I'm just going to grab the hair here at the back a bit and just do that one again. There we go. And you can just see the difference already in my hair. It's gone from a frizzy mess to just something that's just, you know, just lovely. So it's gone from that to that, which obviously is much nicer. And then again, just take another section, brush it out, grab the tongs, there's the tongs, top bit, pull it out to the end and then twirl it away from you. And sometimes when you're doing it in a mirror and the direction of where you put the tongs can be a bit confusing, but I think you'll know, you'll just get used to it after a while. And if your curls are coming out an odd shape, then chances are that you're twirling it in the wrong direction. You need to twirl it away from you. And just take that front section again, like that. There we go. And again, these, you do get these little loose bits that come out. And you can just do all these little loose bits. It's not a problem. I'm just gonna my hairdresser cut my fringe recently, and I don't know, I feel like she cut some bits of my fringe, like these bits here are probably too short. So they're not curling as well as the other bits, which are a bit longer. And then you just take everything out. I'm doing this now, but really it's best to let your hair cool down first. And obviously that you can play with the curl, you can sort of brush it all back so that the fringe falls a bit more naturally. There's lots of things that you can do. But that is the finished result. And I think, so this video is taking me 20 minutes and probably add on another 5 minutes for rough drying my hair. But I mean, I can blow dry and curl my hair in 15 minutes if I have to. So and I think what I did miss the back. When you tong your bit at the top here, you just take a little section underneath as well and just put the tongs in the back as well. That's what you don't want, is a big gap at the back of your hair, which you see sometimes with ladies where they've done everything around the front and they've forgotten the back. So just always remember to do the back as well. You can always get someone to help you. And here's a little tip. If you put too much serum in your hair and your hair's feeling a bit oily and a bit shiny, put a bit of talcum powder through your hair and it will just fluff up really nicely. And you can also do that if your hair needs washing. You can literally just put a bit of talcum powder in. They use talcum powder on the catwalks in New York, particularly if they want to put a girl's hair up. They put a bit of talc in just to make the hair feel a bit dirtier, and it helps when you're clipping up hair and things like that. And that is the end result. And you can just play around with it, and you can have it as big as you want. You can even just fluff it up with the brush like this, sort of back comb it, have it really big. Or you can just brush it right down. You can brush it right down like that and have it a bit slicker. You know, there's lots of things that you can do after you've curled it. So like and subscribe, and there'll be many more videos to follow. Thanks, have a lovely day.